Hey viewers, welcome to another Games Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing a Lee Sin game and he is going to play top lane, as you might have noticed, because he has no smite. So this game will consist of two parts because he disconnects about halfway through. Don't know exactly when, but we'll see that soon enough. And then we'll go on to the second part, so there will be a jump between the two parts. Because obviously I cannot make that back into one game. So I'm pretty sure this one doesn't have the spectator mode on yet, and yeah, we will have to see. So hopefully everyone will turn that on by now, because yeah, I've been advertising that for the last few videos. I will do it again now. Open your LOL replay. Well, first of all, download the latest version, then open LOL replay. Go to the options, which is top right, the gear icon, and set the spectator mode to on. Well, it is off by default, and hopefully if people turn it on, I will be doing a little bit better job of keeping track of other lanes, because as you might notice, no health bars now, so I can only follow the vision of our current player. So yeah, this is a ranked game as far as I know. Yeah, it is, I don't know how much ELO, I think 1600, 1650, something like that, so it's a reasonable amount of ELO. Yeah, he's always between like 1600 and 1800 depending on what day it is. Yeah, we will see a top lane fight here in no time. Anyway, yeah, I was discussing the spectator mode. So yeah, by turning that on, I get the utility of the spectator mode in your replays, meaning I can actually watch other lanes, watch health bars on certain champions, well, on all champions, and even watch where the enemy team is going to see what tactic they used to get a certain kill, or maybe to turn around the game. Because there are plenty of games where people win or lose, and they pull that off by one stunt, by one move. And now I can actually see that on both teams. So normally I can only see part of what's happening, because if I watch mid lane or bottom lane in this case, then or jungle, then there's nothing for me to see. I cannot really see tactical decisions, because yeah, without health bars you lose about 90% of all tactics, because there's not a whole lot of tactics in just seeing that someone attacks someone else. It's all about what the situation is, and the situation depends on well, your health, the enemy health, your experience, well, your experience bar. For example, if you're almost level 6 and you do that magnificent jump on an enemy and use your AoE skill to kill that minion to get level 6, that is way more epic than if we just see you jumping on an enemy and killing him. But obviously, yeah, it all depends on how much information I can glean from your replay, in how far I can actually, well, enlighten myself and you on how this decision was made. So for now, it is, as you have noticed, Jax versus Lee Sin. Jack. Jax versus Lee Sin. Yeah, that should be kind of an equal battle, I think. The Lee Sin having the stun, which makes him pretty dangerous. Also his increased attack speed once he gets his ultimate. And yeah, Lee Sin having a lot of utility as well as damage on his skills. So of course the utility from his ultimate will come in quite handy, because yeah, he can either get Jax away from him when Jax is being aggressive and he doesn't want to be aggressive, or he can use it to put Jax in an awkward spot, making sure that he cannot run to his turret or anything like that. So yeah, the Q is normally used in combination with... The Q is the Sonic Wave Resonating Strike. Is usually used with the Safeguard Iron Will to get the damage in, but not get tower aggro or, well, anything like that. So it is a very good combination, because you can really ping pong in and out without taking a lot of damage. And he is going to be able to do that now. And there you see it taking a very limited amount of damage. Taken a little bit because the stun from Jax was up. But still doing a good job of just dominating this top lane physically. Maybe not in minions yet, but he is playing very aggressively, and that makes it very hard for Jax to stay level-headed, to keep playing like he should, like just last hitting, and not going too aggressive on his enemy early game. Because early game I would definitely give this to Lee Sin. Because Lee Sin has the shield, Lee Sin has the extra damage. And Jax really, yeah, he is going to come into play, as I said, at around level 6. When he gets the extra attack speed with his ultimate. As well as the extra, well, I don't know how much damage every third strike or something like that. So you see the jungler coming in here, but apparently Jax saw the jungler coming in here as well. And yeah, that's a real shame, because that would have been a very nice gank. But yeah, the minions pushed forward just at the same moment that yeah, that the jungler came through that little gap between the two bushes. It's also why that gap is there, of course, otherwise the ganking would be way too easy. And especially in the top lane. In the bottom lane, yeah, the lane is normally pushed well, onto one side, or is clean in the middle, and then it doesn't really matter whether there's whether that gap is there or not. But yeah, the gap is there for a reason, and Jax used that to his advantage right there. So Jax came back here to the lane. He went home and got a lot of armor on his boots and an extra cloth armor, just to make sure that he can. Yeah, and here you see the extra damage coming in. Extra attack speed will go with that. And yeah, Lee Sin now going back home, and started off with cloth armor and potions. Has only needed to use one potion. Going to go for Mercury strats to prevent that stun from doing a whole lot. It reduces the stun by 35%, and getting some extra wards. Sorry. Wards and an extra health potion, and as you can see, getting, just like the Jax, getting that sustain. And the sustain is really important in all lanes, because without the sustain, you can see everyone started off with boots and health potions. And everyone has health potions, except for Nautilus, because he is the jungler. He doesn't really need the health potions if he doesn't want them. But yeah, the harass that's coming in, you need to be able to, well, to sustain versus that. And Jax really going aggressive on Lee Sin here, but Lee Sin turning that around and doing a lot of damage, but not actually going to get the kill here. And Jax has his health potions to heal back up, so he's going to use a few. And now he is in some trouble, because he cannot really last hit without getting damaged, as long as the Q is up, and the Q is not up. So yeah, he does get damaged a little bit by the minions. Not a whole lot Lee Sin can do about the fact that Jax is trying to last hit in turret range, because, well, obviously Lee Sin being melee, so non-ranged champion, makes that it is very hard for him to actually, well, damage Jax without taking tower shots. And you definitely don't want to change or exchange your little bit of damage for a tower shot, because tower shots are, well, a lot harder to heal up. So Jax is gone again. He pushed the lane a little bit. He knows he cannot go up against his Lee Sin yet, although he did a good job last time of doing damage to Lee Sin. But yeah, Lee Sin's shield pretty enormous, and it is 2, 3, and 1 currently, with 1 level in the ultimate, obviously. So yeah, the it is getting hard for Jax to stay alive. So he actually bought a Vampire Scepter, making him able to lifesteal a little bit more from the minions. Well, a little bit more. It actually allows him to lifesteal. So the stun going down on Lee Sin, and yeah, you see now that the damage from Jax is actually greater than the damage from Lee Sin. And therefore Lee Sin has to walk back, and still had his ultimate up, so no real worries. But still, it is kind of hard to stay alive. So going to level up the shield here, because the shield is kind of your main thing to stay alive. And yeah, it has to go back even though the minions pushing into the turrets. So that's a shame. So the current score is 2 and 3 overall for the team. Anivia has a kill, and Nautilus has a kill, and Graves died twice. Soraka died twice. So bottom lane is losing, mid lane is winning. Maybe not in minions, but at least in kills. Let's see, in minions 53 versus who's mid? Oh, this guy. 60. So it's kind of equal. But yeah, because the what's his face has a kill as well, Sion. It is yeah, he is indeed, or he does have an advantage of about 200 gold, I guess. Yeah, Anivia will turn that around, because she will be able to farm. Well, not turn it around, but will keep pace with him, because she can farm just as well as the Sion can. Sion obviously a very good champion to farm with, because his shield will clean up the entire minion wave once you get enough AP. So Sion coming in here for a gank, and a nice flash, making sure that he doesn't get stunned, and getting out of that no problem. So Nautilus now here, and Nautilus is going to not go in. Yeah, he has to be careful. He knows that the enemy team is here, and there are actually 3 guys of the enemy team here. So Wukong also here, and Lee Sin in the meantime getting this kill. Come on, come on. No! No! He misses that! Oh, he does get it. Okay. Jax way too greedy there. Didn't need to be there at all. The kill was secured, and he comes in and loses the kill for the enemy team. Very nicely played by Lee Sin. His only his only chance of getting that kill. And yeah, we cannot see if Graves is actually right in blaming Soraka for that death. Yeah. With the replay, with the observer, no, that's not its name. Spectator mode. With the spectator mode, we would actually be able to just return in time and see what happened here, and then see both of the kills. So the fight up top and the fight in the bottom lane, and then we could see if Graves is actually right, or if he is indeed still learning to play. Kind of a good name for him, since he is 0 and 3 now, or something like that. Oh, 1 and 3, so he picked up a kill at some point. So yeah, Jack's becoming really aggressive. As I said, he will take the later game, and yeah, the Lee Sin will have to back off. Yeah, we see the jungler coming in just to show his presence, just to make sure that Jax doesn't go too aggressive here, and giving Lee Sin a little bit of breathing room. Jax still here, he probably warded. Yeah, he does have a ward from his Wriggles Lantern, so I think he just warded, and at least you can be fairly certain that there is a ward in this lane now. But a lot of armor on Jax, he has 127 armor. That is just a little bit too much to handle for this Lee Sin. That is 56% reduced damage. And yeah, that is just very hard to deal with if you're a melee champion that is not really building carry material. So that's not building like the Infinity Edge and Phantom Dancer and then the armor penetration. I don't know, he probably has some armor penetration, right? Yeah, 6 and 10%. So that's just from the masteries. And Jack's actually managing to pick up the double golems here. Pretty much for free, but yeah, he trades with the Lee Sin a little bit, and Lee Sin might be able, oh yeah, putting down the ward, wanting to jump to that, but didn't actually have enough energy for the safeguard. So Jax is going to stay in while Lee Sin gets out. Lee Sin picking up Negatron Cloak. I don't know if Jax does magic damage, but I'm sure he knows. But otherwise the Negatron Cloak is for this well, this Scion, who's going to be well fed by the time we get into to the late game. And yeah, just a little bit of damage going off here on the turret. It's not major. I mean, by the time someone dies and actually you get the chance to kill the turret, that little bit of damage is not going to matter. You can kill the turret pretty much from 100% to 0 once you get a kill in the mid game, and in the late game obviously you're going to be able to do whatever. And I think I forgot to remove the other files from my hard disk, so my hard disk is now full. Oh no, it's not. So it's all good. And yeah, we do have quite a bit of lag here. Let's see if we no, we're not close to the end. I'm going to try to pause this game, and no, it's fine now. So it should be okay. Yeah, don't know what caused that then. So the enemy ward's timing out there. That means he has to place a new one, and we will see him do that probably in the next 30 seconds. Well, probably after he killed these guys. So Lee Sin still top, and yeah, I thought he might go middle there, but he just I don't know what he did actually. But yeah, Jax definitely placing the ward there. Maybe going mid, I don't know, we will have to see. No, he went this way. And yeah, sorry I missed that. I should have seen that with the ward, but I was paying attention to other things. Grabbing that that golem with his ultimate. And yeah, that's where the ward went. I did think I saw a ward over there, but on the minimap. But I didn't see Jax. That was quite surprising, because I thought I saw something red over there, but then I was like, no, that can't be. He's not going to place the ward over there. Oh, that was so close. But yeah, he does get killed. It is unfortunate. And is Anivia going to pick up the skill? She misses the ultimate placement, and then places the ward in the wrong spot, so it's going to be egged and is going to get killed because a second champion is going to make sure that... Yep, one-on-one she might have a chance there, but not 1 versus 2.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
So yeah, there we go, getting the kill, as I said, in the mid game, and immediately taking down the turret. And even if it had like the 200 extra hit points or 300 extra hit points, it still would have gone down pretty easily. And yeah, Jax is indeed stronger in the mid game. In the late game it all depends on who farmed the best, but yeah, well, we will have to see who has the best farm. Currently at 120 and Jax is at 125, so they are at equal farm here. Yeah, surprisingly enough, the mid lane and bottom lane on the enemy team, as well as the jungler, all have high minion scores, and here the bottom lane lost about 25, the mid lane lost about 30, and the jungler is, well, about 10 or 15 behind on the enemy jungler. And yeah, it all depends for the jungler, of course. Oh, sorry. For the jungler, it all depends on yeah, what minions those are. So are those like the big minions? Did someone steal the big minions in your jungle? Or did you miss a few small or full minion camps? Or maybe even did you counter jungle, get the buffs and the big creatures on the enemy team, on the enemy jungle, and then ran out? Because then, yeah, you can still have a lot more gold and experience, but you will be behind in minions. So using the ultimate there to get the Jax off of him, but not running away, and he's not going to win this fight. And yeah, it's kind of obvious he wasn't going to win that. Yeah, well, making a poor decision there, but it's all good. He is 1-3, which is not an excellent score, of course, and his team is behind 4 kills, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. The 4 kills you can deal with. You need to control Dragon though. You need to ward it at least, and if the enemy team has an Oracles or has a pink ward, ward it over here. That way the pink ward that's over here or over here cannot spot it. And someone with an Oracles will normally not run all the way in to spot that ward, but if they do, yeah, you lose the ward, but you can still see that they cleared it out, so you kind of get a little bit of information there. And yeah, just continuing on. So placing the ward in the Baron pits. And yeah, so the enemy did take that out. It is, yeah, one of the disadvantages of losing a top lane fight. The control of Baron is completely lost. But yeah, that's just the way it is. I mean, it's not like he could have won that with yeah, with his current, well, champion's pick, so, let's say. And is this where he disconnects? It may be, but I'm not actually sure. Oh no, no. So yeah, now that they lost the Baron and probably Dragon, they are severely behind, and it's going to be super difficult to come back from this. especially with this try-hard team on the other side. They have excellent champion picks, and it's not going to be easy to get rid of that. Obviously, Soraka is going to play a crucial role in this. She can turn the tide of a team fight, even though she doesn't have all that much control over the laning phase. She does have very good influence on the team fights, because by healing the right person you can definitely get a whole lot done. So the stuns from Sion not resulting in kills this time, and that is a good thing for our team, that is. But it is of course still crucial to watch out for those. And Sion going in there really aggressively, taking a lot of tower shots, and they're not getting anything done, even though the enemies are are completely on their tower. Well, never mind. They do grab one kill here, so with Sion being low and not having a shield for the moment, there is the shield again. Yeah, they had an opportunity to get that, but unfortunately no Shuralias yet. And yeah, Nod was building all kinds of defensive items, which is good, don't get me wrong, it is good. But with the Shuralias they could have picked up at least one kill there on the Sion. And is he going to... yeah, he's going to die. He didn't have a ward on him, so he couldn't jump over the wall. And yeah, this is not going very well. So yeah, we see that the Monkey King, as always, is doing very well. Jax also, doing very well, because, well, he dominated top lane. So, yeah, they're going to lose an inhibitor here, but since I know there's a second part to this game, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about them losing yet. And I think this is where we lag out. Yep. As you can see, all of the champions standing still, all of the minions standing still. So we will go on to the next part, and I will see you there. And we're back. So we just had the loading screen. I skipped that out for you guys. Obviously for you nothing has changed. I had to do a whole lot of crap between this. But yeah, well, we are back in the game. So let's see what changed. 10-17. Nobody's... yeah, Sion is almost at 200. Graves is almost at 200. For the rest, 275, and yeah, I don't know for the rest. Sorry, I missed a part of the team fight there. All of a sudden I saw something was going on. So they're going to get a 1-for-1 trade here, and actually, wow, 2-for-1 trade. That is excellent. It's just that Soraka picked up both of the kills, and that is definitely not good for a team that's behind. Because the carries need to get the kills, man. So no skills left anymore. It's going to be really difficult to get anything done here without any skills up. But they are going to pick up, yep, that one more kill. So it's a 3-for-1 trade in the end. And yeah, unfortunately they lose the Graves, and they're going to lose this turret. And probably the inhibitor. So he is really low, but oh no, they actually saved their inhibitor here. And going to pick up all of these minions. So it is defensive mode from now on. And yeah, while they're defending, they can pick up a lot of minions. It is relatively easy to pick up the minions when you're defending. And yeah, Baron is back up, but they are going to lose that once again. So yeah, that's just the way it is. There's nothing they can do about that. It is, yeah, it's just out of their control for now. So obviously the enemies can pick up minions as well, but the enemies can also pick up the jungle. So here it kind of spirals out of control if you stay too defensive. Because if you stay too defensive, the enemy can pick up the minion waves and can pick up your jungle, all of the buffs, everything. Oh, wow. I wasn't following him because I thought, well, he's going to scout the red buff, see that it's gone, but yeah. So, the game isn't over yet, so this push isn't going to end it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have cast this game. It has to be somewhat of an interesting game to appear on my channel, and I get a lot of games that I cast but then do not actually upload. And yeah, obviously that costs me a lot of time, but it is well worth it because I don't like it when bad games make it to my channel. So yeah, 4 champions versus 5 champions over here. Oh no, it's 5 versus 5, yeah. He dies again, but they are going to push back the enemy team, I think. Oh no, Graves! Graves not managing to stay alive. But are they going to pick up any of the kills? Come on! Wow, that was a long hook. Yeah, they are going to manage to hold off this push from the enemies. 3 for 2 trade once again, so they are climbing back out of the hole they made. That was an excellent long range hook there. I've never seen them that far out. I think that was beyond what it's normally capable of, but yeah, well. May also be just a perspective, because obviously this is well, a 3D engine, so shooting towards the front makes it look shorter than if you shoot it to the side. That's just the way the perspective works. And yeah, still defending. Obviously lost the Baron and now the Dragon. And the enemy team, I don't know where they are. They're going to group up and push one lane, I'm guessing, but they haven't really been in the lane to farm up these minions. So we are currently at 5-5-3-3. So he leveled up the Safeguard first, then the Sonic Wave, and finally the Tempest. Obviously taking his ultimate whenever he can, because your ultimate is, for most champions at least, and in most situations, the best thing to level up. And some champions, yeah, they kind of fit, are the exceptions that that make the rule, or whatever the expression is, that confirm the rule. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, there are a few exceptions, and those exceptions are, yeah, for example, Heimerdinger. His ultimate definitely isn't as good in some situations as, for example, his rockets would be. So if you could upgrade his rockets or his turrets an extra level instead of his ultimate, in some situations that is better. In other situations it's definitely better not to, so it's definitely better to go for the ultimate anyway, because the slow might be useful. So defense here at the Nexus, and it is going to be really close to finishing here. But they are going to be able to pick off all of these enemy champions here, which is pretty surprising. And Wukong is still there. Wukong might... Oh yeah, uses his invisibility but doesn't get out with it. And is... Oh, Graves actually stays alive, so Still 5 people up, so a full ace for nothing. And they're now going to be hard pressed to defend this because there are minions coming in from, well, super minions coming in from all sides, and super minions are really hard to take down. So they are not going to be able to take their ace and go do something useful with it. They are just going to be able to defend and now push out a little bit by picking up these waves before they actually reach the Nexus. And hopefully the inhibitors will come up soon, because then they will be able to do something. So all of the enemies back up except for Wukong. Wukong will be up in a minute or so. Oh well, no, in a few seconds I mean. And he will be back here in about 30 seconds. So we currently have a Guardian Angel, Quicksilver Sash, all kinds of very defensive items. Because he wants to go in there, draw all the fire on him, and then get out. And yeah, he needs the defensive items to actually get out. So currently, yeah, we're not doing too horribly. 1 kill behind, obviously 2 Barons behind. And several dragons. At least 3. But yeah, well, for the rest, doing okay. So the minion kills, yeah, Graves is pulling ahead of the enemy here. And yeah, for the rest, they're kind of equal to the enemies. So gold isn't really an option anymore. Wow, this Scion getting nuked down there by Graves. And that is going to make all the difference. If they can nuke him down, they're not going to have any damage. And there he goes, not able to do any damage. And yeah, as I said before, you have those games where you pull back and you have no idea what's happening, because you don't know why that happens. In this case, that one play was that previous team fight, plus the fact that Graves is now farmed and can actually pick off the shield on Scion before it becomes active. So this Scion is not going to be doing anything anymore. So his 4 kills and 227 minions are going to be, well, they're going to be wasted from now on, as long as Graves keeps focusing that Scion. Because AP Scion only has one trick, and that's stun and blow up the shield in your face. But it means that the shield has to be active for something like 4 seconds. And if Graves can attack the shield for those 4 seconds, yeah, there's nothing he can do. He can do a little bit of damage with his stun, but that does like 200, 300 damage. And if he doesn't blow up the shield in your team, so, or rather in the middle of your team, then yeah, there's not a whole lot of danger involved. And he's not going to be able to do anything. So 2 of the inhibitors are back up. The 3rd one will be coming up pretty soon, I'm sure. And yeah, the enemy team hasn't been farming at all. They haven't been in lane for the last, I don't know, 5 minutes. And that is going to make all the difference. Maybe they will pick up another Baron or another Dragon, but that's not going to make up for the amount of farm they have missed, because their super minions are just killing everything in the lane. They're just destroying all of the blue minions, and they aren't really farming. So Jack's now finally getting some minions. And well, that wasn't a full wave, but they are going to pick up a wave and a half here. So all of those minions are going to spiral them into victory. I'm thinking. I don't know if they will win, to be honest, because it didn't say. But they definitely turned it around with that one team fight where the enemies all got destroyed. So it's a 5-for-0 trade. So full ace without losing any champions. And yeah, they need to go onto this Scion once again. As soon as he uses his shield, and yeah, it doesn't do enough. It just doesn't do enough damage anymore. So Graves not even dying to that, and Graves, while he's alive, he can do a lot of damage, and he's going to focus this dude now, and it is not his clone, because he already used his clone. So yeah, another great team fight. I think they got 3 for 0. So once again, you see the AP Scion being nuked down. And that's exactly what they need to do. They're going to get another kill here. And their carries are so incredibly fed now. 7 kills, 9 kills, and yeah, look at those minions, man. They're really out-leveling the opponents by quite a bit. And although the gold may still be equal, I don't know, I can't see. With the spectator mode, once more, I would have been able to see the amount of gold. But not now. And yeah, they are just going to push now. Obviously it is dangerous because there is an inhibitor down. But yeah. They may actually pick up a dragon here. No, there is an enemy there. And Anivia is not going to be able to do that on her own. Oh, going to nuke down this dude? Come on, get him. Oh, he has to flash out. He didn't have his arcane shift available. They do pick up a dragon, and that was excellent play. So that dragon was just extra gold they needed really, really badly. And drawing out the flash from Azrael is also huge. This was obviously good, picking up the blue buff, because the blue buff, yeah, the blue buff is really useful on Anivia. And I really think they are going to get this. At least they should be able to get this now. There are 6 kills ahead, which makes up for, I think, 2 dragons. Yeah, it's about 2 dragons. And obviously they still are behind 3 barons, but since the baron buff hasn't really resulted in anything, well, other than turret kills, they're behind a couple turrets. Yeah, sure, they're behind, in fact, 6 turrets, no, 8 turrets. Which is a huge amount of gold, don't get me wrong, but as soon as you can start to push, which is currently what's happening, and you can protect your AD carry and AP carry, well, Anivia doesn't need too much protection, she has her own protection. Her egg is her protection, as well as the wall that she can cast is very good protection. If she places it well. And yeah, it is kind of time to push out here to make sure that as long as they make sure that Graves is alive and the Guardian Angel is so good. Yeah, he has the Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer, and Last Whisper, plus the lifesteal. The lifesteal could be a little bit higher, obviously, but yeah, getting the, I don't know, 10% off of the 264 damage means that he's going to get a lot of life back. It's 26 life each hit. Okay, apparently 25. I read that wrong, or it was modified by something. But yeah, that gives him back a lot of life, and yeah, that's going to make him even harder to defeat. Yeah, this was not a good heal from Soraka, because the heal has a pretty long cooldown, and you don't want to heal your AD carry when he's in no danger. So yeah, currently they are just defending, and this is not just standing around what we see in a lot of games. In a lot of games we see people standing around in the middle lane, like over here, and they're not really doing anything with the enemy really close by. But in this case they need to defend until they feel strong enough, until their skills are all up, so that means flash and things like that. As well as the ultimates, of course, but yeah, the ultimates are no problem apparently, because everyone has their ultimate up. So now they should just try to find an enemy, kill them, and well, take that advantage and go with it. Yeah, they need to defend top and bottom lane at the same time. So yeah, had they known that, they would have pushed in, but that's why they don't say anymore when someone is disconnected, because at least now you're in the dark, you have no idea what's going on. And yeah. They can definitely win the fights, even 5v5, and yeah, it was no wonder that well, disconnect caused the enemy team to just stay back. But now they are back fully, and they should be able to win this team fight. Graves needs to be protected, however. Graves is protected, and although Jax is on him, they can still protect him pretty well. Oh, Asriel, oh, he has a Guardian Angel as well. Sion needs to get killed. Sion does get killed, Jax gets killed, and Asriel gets killed, and there goes the monkey. Wukong getting killed, so all that's left is this solo dude. And yeah, this Graves does so much damage. But yeah, that's what you need to do. If you're behind, you need to farm up, and you need to just kill everyone with your AD carry. That's why you need a fat AD carry. And yeah, we had a discussion in the comments a few videos ago, where someone kept saying that a fat AD carry is not nearly as good as a fat top laner. But here you can see what an AD carry can do for your team. Oh, missing the ultimate there on the AD carry, and oh, she actually survives that. But they're just going to end it anyway. Oh, no, she's going to get killed. And yeah, they're just going to tank all of the damage from the turrets if they need to. And they actually end it. So, wow. That was an epic comeback. It was totally logical because of the way the enemy played. The enemy wasn't farming anymore, and by letting the enemy AD carry farm, you kind of give away the victory, because he's the one that can nuke down your entire team. The AP carry will have a lot more trouble with that, although Anivia can do very well on her own, so as a damage source. But yeah, not able to get down that Graves, and Graves can nuke down the enemy AP carry instantly. Could take down the Asriel. Asriel obviously not the best in AD carries, but he can do very well with his items, and yeah, he just didn't make it this time. But yeah, the fail in this game was mainly due to the AP Sion. AP Sion not realizing that he needs to stay back until his shield is up and running, and then explode that on the enemies. He instead just ran in, used his shield at that moment, and got nuked down every time before the shield was up, and that cost them the game. Excellent play on Graves, and obviously the rest of the team for protecting Graves, but yeah, that's really what saved them the game. The amount of damage the AD carry could do. And well, I hope you enjoyed. I definitely did. And I will see you next time. GG.